presentation on nutrition. We are now moving on to Salil Teshen. I'm hoping I'm spelling or pronouncing Salil's name correctly, but he is from TARSENS, and we're going to get a presentation on some equipment that is all about yield estimation and maybe some other tools that Salil has invented. So if looks like he's about to share full screen. Salil, if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect. I'll leave it to you to inform the attendees of the yield estimator.
Okay, well, thank you for having me. I am Celiz Tezcan. I am from Turkey. I am the founder of TARSENS R&D. It's an agricultural sensor systems startup. It's a 4-year-old startup, and we have been working on wireless sensor networks, unmanned aerial and ground vehicles, multispectral cameras, and deep learning, and of course image processing. And last year we started working on object detection, and with the pandemic, a vineyard in Spain reached to us about a yield estimation system, asked for us if we can develop it, and we started working with them, and this is its story. So let's get started. What is yield estimator? Well, yield estimator is a high precision and extreme accuracy counting system. It's a part of our Viticulture Enterprise Resource Planning Suite. It's VTRP, it's in development. And why did we create the yield estimator? Well, due to the global climate change, the yields are fluctuating more frequently on year-on-year rate. And it's a well-known fact right now. Disease become more aggressive, and dealing with pests not getting any easier. And lack of skilled workers in the current pandemic era pushed viticultures to find new ways to estimate yields. How does it work? We collect data from all over the world. Our algorithms clean and label them. We use state-of-the-art deep learning methods to train them, and the resulting yield estimator models can count buds, shoots, bunches, and trunks. And what are the benefits for the end user or a vineyard owner or a research center? To have an estimation, all you need to do is drive your vineyard vehicle for its daily operations. You don't need to do anything else, because the system can capture data, process it, or do other analytics on the data. But if you have a vineyard, a real large vineyard, and this was our case with Spain, and they were counting every 20 grapevine, every 20 row. So with this technology, they attached 2 cameras at the 2 sides of the tractor, and they were able to increase the precision by 400 times. And according to our research, there are some other vineyards that hired 10 people to estimate yield just by walking, and it took 2 months. And with this technology, only with 1 vehicle, you don't have to drive your tractor. You can attach the cameras on ATV or a van, and it can cut the workforce requirement by 90% and increase the speed by 32 times. And Raimond's case study, well, they started using this technology since the bud break. You can see on this video. They built a tractor mount and 1-mount system to carry the yield estimator system. And we started working with them in the total international lockdown, and we guided how to build the system. They attached the system to their tractor, also this van. And there were 2 cameras at the site, and later they had 2 more cameras for a higher quality. And we achieved total 98% accuracy in their vineyards. But of course, we didn't stop there. We opened a free remote demo estimation process for getting data worldwide. Viticultures from Napa Valley sent us a video. We processed the data. Initially, our system counted 1,301 bunches in the row, and they counted 1,356. Then we adjusted the system to find more missing bunches, because our system is able to detect a bunch only if it's 10% visible, and we reach the 1,353% and above 99% accuracy. And how we are doing that? And this is the most frequent question we are receiving. How can we see behind the leaves? Well, the short answer is we can't, because what we cannot see, we cannot count. But our bunch detection models can identify a bunch, as I said, even if the 10% of it is visible. For the invisible ones, the OCF is calculated by a combination of optical flow and of frame displacement in the video. Also, some time series algorithms that uses the prior information to capture the bunch rates for the future frames. And if all of the frames have bunches, then the OCF factor gets closer to 1x. But let's say there are some missing bunches in some of the frames, or missing grapevines, then if it's moving like a sine wave, then it can increase to 5x. And we also started developing some advanced analytics tools for the Verizon stage. And this looks like a normal counter, but in reality, it's not. It counts the different stage of the bunch development for a better harvest timing. You will see in a moment that the system is able to identify different stages of development, and it can count at a different rate. And this will help the vineyard owners and viticulturists to book harvest trucks and fermenter capacity. How can you start using YieldEstimator? Well, all you need vineyard, a camera, internet, a vehicle. You can capture the video using a smartphone, but since there are some autofocus issues on the smartphones, it sometimes blurs the image. But we mostly prefer action cameras. They are fixed focus. And of course, you already have a vineyard, and you will need a high-speed internet connection to send us the video. If you can use any type of vehicle, ATV, tractor, van, car, any type of vehicle would work. You just need to attach the camera and drive across your row. But of course, there are other versions. If you have a really large vineyard and lack of internet connection, you can capture and process data offline, either on the vehicle with the edge version or with the industrial version in your vineyard HQ. And also, we started working on some implementation on unmanned ground vehicles. And this is one of our unmanned ground vehicle prototype. It's Caterpillar XS. And we can attach the system on this device. In the back box, there's a NVIDIA Jetson artificial intelligence processor. And there's a camera on top, currently looking upwards directly, but it can look sideways. And it can process data real time from the camera. And this is the depth estimator version. It's not really related to the previous version, the flash version. This is more of a prototype for sizing the bunches for a better approximation of the weights of the bunches, but it needs a field verification, of course. And this is the disease spotter version we also started developing. You can see the different color grape in the frame. And this is also the deficiency detector. I guess this was a phosphate deficiency. Our team is, as I said, we are a small startup. I am responsible for the technology, Efran responsible for the money. We have an academic advisor. Also, we have real strong technology partners, also strategic partners. And also, we are counting our artificial intelligence as a part of our team. If you want to be our partner, if you want to provide this as a service, and if you have lots of vineyards around you and ATVs, you can reach us at partnerships@YieldEstimator.com. Thank you for viewing my presentation. If you have any questions, I'm happy to reply them. Also, you can book a meeting from our calendar page if you want to discuss it more.
Thank you, Salil. Good to see that presentation, and I know that you've advanced things a little bit further from when we first spoke. So you're a very busy man and very busy team. I have one question from Joe, and the question is the Yield Estimator available as an app for a smartphone? What is the cost of the camera, and does it work accurately on hills? So 3 questions in one.
Yeah, Darren, we also talked about the same thing. Well, a yield estimator software is not available as a smartphone app because the smartphone technology is not there yet. They are really underpowered for processing the data in real time and also tracking the bunches in the frame. Also, the cost of the camera, you can just get any action camera, something like DJI Osmo Action or GoPro Hero 8 or 9 Black. You can find all of this information on our webpage, frequently asked questions, also on Send a Video page. And we are just posting all of the information, how to capture video, what's the angle must look like, what's the frame rate, how fast you can go, etc. Also, it can work accurately on hills, but there's one limitation of the system is the pruning method of the grapevine. If it's not compatible, for example, there's a goblet head, I guess something like that is called, we cannot count them. It's something like an apple tree. We cannot see through the many layer of the leaves. But if the bunches are visible, as I mentioned, if you can count all of the bunches, then we don't need to estimate anything. It's just a counting system. But if there are some frames that have no bunches, but some other frames have lots of bunches, then we estimate the yield, and that's why we call it yield estimator.
Okay, sorry, I'm doing a couple of things at once there, Salil. Did you mention the hillsides? Work accurately on hills? Okay, great, perfect. So we're covered off on that. Thank you so much. I know you got up early in Turkey to join us live, so I really appreciate you hanging in there for us. Hope you have a great day over there, and look forward to following up into the future and seeing where this goes to in Australia.
Of course. Looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
We'll move on.